Miss Dr. Prameela Sreemangalam. I just give a brief introductions of the today's guest. Today's sessions seems to be very interesting, dealing and healing depression in the COVID times. Hope this session would be fine for all participants. Dr. Prameela Sreemangalam is an anchor, psychotherapist, life coach, and hypnotherapist, and NLP practitioner. She is an energies healer and interrogatory who believes that every soul is here to learn, alone and growth. She has changed the lives of more than 10,000 through her teaching, therapy, and gifting a meditation. So, dear friend, let us start today's session. I request Dr. Prameela Sreemangalam to start our session. Please, over to you, madam. Thank you so much.
Good evening, one and all. Hello,
Welcome.
everyone.
Welcome.
I'm Dr. Prameela Sreemangalam. I'm from Mumbai, India, and it gives me great honor and happiness to be connecting with each of you, very valuable members. And I'm also offering my gratitude to both Geeta Subbaram and also Mr. Kiran for having to invite me for your event. This meeting is about coping up with COVID times, and the topic that I'm guided to deliver to y'all is dealing and healing depression in COVID. To all the members of Dignity Foundation, I have the following to say. While I agree that COVID is a pandemic which has affected everyone in all ways, mentally, financially, health-wise, and has made us to re-reflect on the very foundation about our life. And Dignity Foundation, that's caring and catering to the mental, psychological, and many invaluable services of senior citizen. This pandemic has really posed a further difficulty. While an age comes that we have all lived a life of our determination, purpose, catered to our children, took care of our family members, our senior citizens in a family, and also faced multiple challenges in the physical reality, all through the way of work, hospitals, and aspects. Yet this phase was something that none of y'all, or none of us rather, ever thought that will come up in the universe. But as it began to come in the year 2020, we began to have the impact about it. We began to know what this is. First few months went in identifying what exactly is COVID. And by that time, many lives were already gone. And then world around, the governments, they laid foundations, they imposed rules as to what is to be done for humanity to stop spreading this condition or the difficult situations around. Then we were told to isolate ourselves. And thus the first aspect of the lockdown we residents in India had to face. A life that was going throughout in a very normal pace, where we might have mingled with our friends, we had gathered for meetings over meals or during functions. Suddenly, we all had to close ourselves in our own homes. And yet, we also endured and observed that our family members also began to get affected in some way or the other. While some might have suffered the cause of contracting the illness itself through COVID, some others we saw that family members lost their jobs or had pay cuts, and also the day-to-day aspects about getting the food materials was also restricted. There was alarming anxiety that how would we take care of our food, our meal. Everything came into a complete closure, and the most affected people in this category were the young children and the senior citizen. Young children, though their immunity were very strong, yet the parents, the families had to curtail them for not going out, which they were so used to. They would go out for their schooling, they would go out to play with their friends, either in the building or in their society or in the complexes that they were part of. Other than managing those came the pressure about technology. While we observed and we always said in psychological perspective, in life aspects, that too much of technology is bad, but we all became dependent upon technology. While we continue to face it, also came the reality of how do we sustain our immunity? How do we take care of our very valuable parents and grandparents? And what can be done to boost their immunity or take care of their emotional and psychological well being? Because the very reason that during the senior citizen or the retirement ages of our life, we want to do things that would make us happy. But by that time, already the health for some of the people would already be restricted with any medical conditions that we may call as diabetes, blood pressure, or later aspects like thinking difficulties, cognitive issues, balancing issues, and central nervous system or motor nerve disabilities. Such kind of difficulties individuals face during the later aspects of their life. So for them also, this became more as a further challenge, and fear was the most common aspect. Fear about health, fear about self, fear about life, fear about children settled around or globally, and also about some of the parents also would go into anxiety, and other than anxiety also depression, because the challenges of the world they were beginning to read in the net, in the televisions, in the live news, and of course whoever followed electronic media, even from there were alarming informations coming about this death and that situation and this crisis and that difficulty. This pushed every individual to go into a shell of their own while being cut away from everyone. So this might have definitely added on to the load of, having negative impact of psychology upon an individual. While psychology teaches us to be positive, it teaches us and helps us to empower with skills that can help us to always think and operate in a better way. But yet, some people, as we are aware, in our community, in our tribe of the age, has already suffered with the difficulties. So, world thought at a period of time that COVID would end very soon. But we are in the second year with the COVID. Though mass immunization, vaccination has helped everyone to manage and sustain their life, yet the full scope of a complete health and a complete freedom is yet not really close for us. We still have to take care. We still have to observe distance, and social distance is something that is still called for. And we cannot go to crowded places. Some and most of the places for common man is open. but travels are restricted. And so too, we know that our health can still be compromised if we are in a risk with our health conditions. So while we take care of this, how can we manage it internally? How can we cope up? How can we develop our own psychology? How can we develop our mental health positively? This is what I am guided to share today. And if you all are welcome and open to, I would also like to give you all a live meditation that can be taught online today, which regularly, if you dedicate and practice, it will help you to develop positive coping mechanisms, including strengthening of your own health. And this is not just a lecture session. This is also a session where each of you are perfectly okay to interact with me. Interact, ask questions, as well as solve your doubts. I have been in the service to humanity and mankind for more than 2 decades of my lifetime. I practice psychology. I teach a lot of energy healing and psychological programs to students and learners in India and abroad. And thus, this journey, which I am guided to do for the service of humanity, I'm sure that if you all willingly also ask me questions, I can definitely give you some more insights, whatever is available in my expertise. And yet again, this platform, I want you all to be observant, because this is not a chit chat platform, but a platform where we are learning and we are helping our own inner space. Our inner space here is about psychology, our mindset, our personal behavior, and how, when we align the focus of our mind with our inner integration of our body and thoughts, it helps us to develop and empower our own strength, our own endurance, our physical strength, and also help us to survive in the coming months and years till COVID is no longer present in our universe. So open for the discussions before I can continue and take ahead further. Thank you.
Yes, friend, as per the madam's suggestions, if we have any kind of questions, queries, we can ask directly, or we can drop this question in the chat box so madam would address it. I think there is no any question. So after that, we can have an answer question session.
किरण
Yes.
सॉरी the connection नहीं था मेरा, गड़बड़ हो गया था यहाँ पे. I just got the line.
Not an issue, madam. Yeah, program has started.
Okay.
Can we please continue? There is no any questions.
Can we have the discussion first and then the questions?
Okay. Okay, so as we are aware about the coronavirus pandemic, which has affected, crippled the entire world, and so too, as explained, it created unprecedented fears, insecurities, especially among the elder adults. While the most common connection that the elders were about communication and interaction at a personal or physical level with family and friends, this situation has had an impact upon everyone so as to adapt to a new concept of social distancing. There were already earlier stresses and challenges that they would have faced in their life, and also the health conditions that might have affected them, made them vulnerable. And some would also have to live with chronic conditions. In this COVID phase, emotional and mental vulnerability were noticed in everyone. While we understand that mental health is the freedom to live, to operate very wisely, independently, yet the psychological and the emotional well-being which got affected also began to have their difficulty shown up in their existing physical conditions. And while some also contracted corona, and when they survived, they also had physical long-term difficulties to cope up with, some of which would involve joint pains, breathing difficulties, or compromised health. Lot of pain that made them to have disturbed sleep or complete lack of sleep that we call as insomnia. Yet the normalcy of life, the functional capability of the physical body became very majorly affected. So thus, the demand, the need to came up for adding the health with important supplements that suits the individual system. And even the doctor's appointment got into the online platform. Even to undergo medical tests, they had to observe availability and make themselves travel in the comfort when there were minimal people available in the lab. And yet, when the reports came, and sometimes the reports would also need more validation, further reports would be needed. So all these were a lot of comprising difficult situation. But how can we cope up during these times with psychology? One is, of course, very easily that when we take care of our health while being inside a house, while taking care with the proper diet, the healthy form of diet, we must also ensure that our body gets enough nourishment through supplements, through herbs, through substances that are charged with nature's energy. Now, this means vegetables, this means fresh fruits, and of course, avoiding anything that has a chemical base in the food. And other than that, devoting our day-to-day time in journaling or writing in the language that we have known, in the dialect that we speak about, also helps us to find strength with our inner self. When we write, our mind speaks to us. And thus, when we are writing for ourselves every day, we are able to sustain certain levels of positivity within us. And also we can go in for talking with our friends who we find comfort with through video calls, through messages, through chats. Other than this, one must also find time in case if you have already been introduced to any kind of physical exercise methods, or yoga, you must try to engage in it in your day-to-day aspects while being restricted to your house and home, because thus your health is in a constant moving energy. Health when we do not exercise it enough, and specifically when we are not able to freely walk out or go for a morning walk or an evening walk because of the restrictions. The home exercises gives the intelligence or the communication to our body that it is functioning. If it remains on the bed or if it remains on the chair for many hours, it forgets that it is functioning. And so too, existing conditions or mental depressive thoughts will surface up at a higher level. This is because the body is made to think that it is of no use. So that is why movement, constant movement is important. Walking around in the premises of your house is something that can be considered. And for everyone who is living in their own independent homes with private gardens, or who are living in complexes where there are timings for the walking track or the walking faces to be open, you must observe. But what you must do when you walk outside, you must maintain long distance. You must ensure that your mask is on, the face mask is on, and also, if possible, to protect it with double mask or N95 mask, because there are different variants of flu that is also coming up in the air. It has come, and the lungs are the most susceptible. And yet when we walk and we come back, it's also important that we have to sanitize ourselves and positively also take a shower. And to strengthen our immunity of our lungs, we must practice taking steam inhalations with safety regularly. While these things takes care of our health to move and also help us to cope up with positive mindset, there are times that we may also dwell that different phases of the life where we might have felt depressed, where we might have felt anxious. How do we choose to release those thoughts that may be gripping in our mind constantly? This is through active exercises of pranayama, or in English what we call as the breath work. So when you practice breath work, it also enhances your health immunity. Based on your personal freedom and capability of your body, you can engage in minimum 10 minutes of breath activity every day. This is best done in the morning because that's the time which is full of fresh air, the early sunlight is coming. And when we carry out breath work in the morning, it's giving a signal to our body. It is giving a signal to our mind that life is flowing within us. And slowly, as your capability with practice improves, you can engage in longer times of breath work. From 10 minutes, you can bring it up to 15 minutes to half an hour or maybe more. When this is practiced regularly, let's say for the first 3 weeks, you will already find an immediate shift in your health energy. Our excess weight begins to burn away. Our existing medical conditions of our body will begin to have a better state of new energy. We feel more stronger than before. so too it may be reflected in our blood levels as positive changes in the blood reports. Likewise, with this breath work, as we continue, our health begins to have longer sustenance with immunity. Other than the breath work, one must also engage in meditations. Meditation is, in a very simple way, to declutter our thoughts from disengaging from the thoughts that may constantly trouble us or may internally run within us and which makes us anxious, fearful, angry, low, negative, or anything else. So meditation can also be combined with breath work or as per your convenience and your availability. It can be also be carried out after your breakfast, after your morning course are completed, let's say by 10 o'clock. And so too, meditation can be practiced in the evening time between 4 to 6 p.m. So what happens when we engage with meditation and breath work? We find the cure to depression. We find the cure to anxiety. We find resolutions to worries. And so also, we begin to have hope about life. While we have seen many deaths occurring of our own friends or someone close in our own family side or in our society and our community, we have heard about deaths. Why did people die with COVID? And why some people survived COVID? Of course, it's all about immunity, but also where health risks related to organs were less or minimal. Those individuals survived completely. While also we are practicing the meditation and breath work regularly, we ensure that our health becomes better, our thoughts become better, our body begins to function in a better, effective way. And then in the meditation, we also have 7 chakras. I'm sure some of you might be aware about the chakras. What are these chakras? Yet for all those of you who are not aware, I would like to give an introduction about this. Human life and human body comprises of 7 major chakras in our body. Like anatomically or physically, if you have to describe about the chakras, it begins with your crown. This is over your top part of your head. Then we have a chakra right at the center of our forehead. Then we have a chakra right at the center of our throat. So do we have a chakra over our heart, center of our chest. Then we have the next chakra, the lower chakras in the abdomen, upper part of your abdomen and the lower part of your abdomen. And the major and the final chakra, which is at the back of the spine, at the roots area, which is connected with your vertebral column. Every day when we are breathing in life from the external environment, we need oxygen, which is circulating inside our body cells. One is the life itself, that means we are alive. Secondly, when we are breathing in, we are taking in the cosmic energy into our system. So the cosmic energy aligned with our breath of our prana or the life cells that is present enhances our health. And for this, we have to breathe consciously. We are breathing every minute, every second we are breathing. But that breath, we are taking it without awareness. It is an involuntary action that we are participating with. But here, Meditation and breath work is breathing with awareness, which we also call as mindfulness. So when we are meditating and breathing in, we are taking the cosmic energy into our system. We may also connect mentally with a teacher, a guru, or a master, or a god that we believe or would have followed, because it helps us to have focus. One thing. Second thing, we also draw in the light energy from the master, the teacher, the guru, or God. And thus, with meditation and breath, we also bring in the light with us. So this light, as we are aware in India, so much of importance is given to sunlight every day. We believed in that childhood that if children gets out and goes out and play in the morning sun, it is healthy for them. It is good for them. Of course, the modern day lifestyles in the last many years has curtailed many aspects, but I'm sure all of us acknowledge that sun is very important for us. Back then, in those years and those ages, our parents and our grandparents never suffered from health condition. They never had depression. They never had stress like the way we are having today. And that is because they woke up in the morning and they lived in the work with the sun every day. And the sun gives them the light energy. So likewise, when we are doing this activity with the masters, the teachers, the God in focus, what happens is with the breath activity and with the meditation, we also draw in the light energy from the master or the God himself. So this begins to heal our chakras, heal our body, heal our system, and improves our psychological frequency and also our thoughts. Thus, we are able to give hope to our children, to our grandchildren, to our neighbors, to our family members. And if you're still in a role in service to society, so definitely you can pass on this knowledge to everyone. So having understood this, what I guide is meditation, breath work with light is the main key to develop our psychological strength and our health strength. And if today, if the group is open, active, and welcoming, I wish to take you all through a short guided meditative breathwork exercise. And I will answer your questions later. And yeah, some of the notes also I will read later. Yes, very true. The group is very, very disciplined. And I hope you all are able to relate to what I am conversing. So are we all ready? Yes? Okay. So at MindScan, that's a center from where I operate, we teach humanity meditations. We also give lessons with ascended masters of lights. Who are ascended masters? Ascended masters are the beings, like we may know some of the masters like Maha Babaji, Sai Baba, Swami Samarth. Likewise, world over ascended masters. We work with these masters. And when we work with these masters, a lot of positive shifts occurs within us. So today, I am guided to give you all a meditation with sun energy and also give you all the guidance with a master whose lights will be channeled to your chakras and to your organs. So to participate in it, first of all, I request and recommend that you be seated upright. It's possible that you are seated on your chair or on your sofa or on your bed. Wherever you are seated, observe that your posture is kept straight, aligned, and comfortably placed. Your head to be placed comfortably over your shoulders. Eyes closed. And if any of you are wearing specs, and in case you would like to remove your specs during the course of this meditation, you may please remove the specs. And so too, your palms have to be kept open upon your thighs. Why do we keep our palms open upon our thighs? So that we are able to receive the light. And likewise, also observe that your legs are kept free. It is not crossing at your ankles or at your knees. Let it be kept free. And as you connect in this posture, please be ensured that I will take you through this breath work and guided meditation step by step. So as you pay attention internally, slowly begins to observe your breath and begin to take in the breath one after the other, slowly and easily. At 5, breathing in and releasing it out. At 4, and releasing it out. At 3, releasing it out. At 2, and releasing it out. And 1, releasing it out. And 0, releasing it out. Feeling comfortable with yourself. Continue to keep your eyes closed and pay attention to your breath. Observe that your lungs are breathing in beautifully. And as you're breathing through your nostrils, your lungs are getting energized. And yet, as you are breathing out, all stresses, all pain, all internal difficulties are being released out to your breath. Through your breath, it's moving out. So pay attention to your breath and participate and engage in this activity for the next few minutes in complete silence with yourself. as each of you observed during this conscious breath work activity, you are finding and feeling that there is a lot of peace within, a lot of calmness. This is a sign that a mind, when positively trained, always gives it a lot of energy, where we are able to find inner peace, and then there is clarity in our thoughts. We are able to take decisions better. And so too, with inner peace, we are able to find happiness. Happiness is a natural remedy for depression. And how do we find happiness? By connecting with our breath and aligning and bringing it to a state of peace. And with this exercise of your breath work, you are able to find inner happiness, with which your depression begins to heal. And now, mentally, through your mind's eye, I request each of you to connect with our day's sunlight. Each of you have seen the sun with your naked eyes once at least. So, as you are in this meditation and breathwork activity, mentally connect with the sunlight through your mind's eye. The beautiful sun energy that rises up every day, bringing hope and light to the mankind in the universe, is a gift to us from the divine creator and the God that you believe in. This light wakes up everyone, the birds, the trees, the plants, the animals, and us as humanity. So as you mentally connect with the sunlight through your nostrils, just begin to breathe in and draw in the sun energy. As you breathe in the sun energy, allow it to travel into your lowermost chakra, that is your root chakra, located at the back of your spine, lowermost tail end side of your bone. So paying attention to your backside, your root, observe that you are breathing in the sun energy and charging your root chakra. When sun energy is channeled into your root chakra, depression heals, sadness gets healed, your legs begins to find freedom, and minor discomforts of pain, mobility issues, ankle difficulties, all begins to get healed. So paying attention to your sun energy breath, energize your root chakra now. And now, as you are continue to breathe in, please bring in the sun energy into your sacral chakra, in the front side of your body, in your abdominal area, underneath your belly button. So observe that the sun energy is penetrating your sacral chakra and healing your organs associated with this chakra. Now pay attention as you breathe in and out the sun energy. It's activating your solar plexus chakra above your belly button in the front side of your abdomen. And as you energize your solar plexus chakra, your kidneys, your gut, everything undergoes healing. As you further breathe in and out, taking in the sun energy to your heart chakra, which is located right in the center of your chest, energizing your heart, your lungs, as you breathe in and out. As you now continue to breathe in and out, the sun energy is activating your throat chakra, located right in the center of your throat, energizing and activating the healing of your esophageal food pipe and your windpipe, and so too your vocal cord. Now, slowly, as you continue to stay connected with the sun energy light, breathe in and receive the sunlight at your third eye, located right in the center of your forehead, healing all of your headaches, if any migraine, improving your vision, and also enhancing your ability to think and remember. And as you breathe in and out, the sun energy activates your crown chakra located on top of your head. Your entire 7 chakras are now open. Now we begin to meditate and heal your important vital organs of your body, which starts from the brain itself. For this, I ask you to connect with golden flame of the sun energy, and so too belonging to Ascended Master Mahavatar Babaji. The golden sunlight is a gift to mankind, and this golden sunlight, when used to energize our vital organs of our body, improves our health, gives more strength and energy to our body. And so too, our health begins to have very positive results and effects. A body that is fully functional positively also gives rise to positive thinking, positive mechanisms of psychology and coping up, and a lot of happiness always that helps us to lead a life with joy, peace, and hope. So, observe that the golden flame is now in your very important, vital part of your body, that is your brain. Your brain is a storehouse for all the motor functions of your body. So the golden flame is going inside your brain and healing it and releasing all that is unwanted, all that is needed to let go. Let it go and let the golden light heal your brain. Let the golden light now travel and energize and heal your lungs, Let the golden flame now travel into your gut, your stomach, energizing and healing your very important organ, your stomach. Let it also cover your intestines, your small intestine and your large intestine. Let the golden flame penetrate everywhere. Now observe that the golden flame is healing your liver and also your diaphragm area. The golden flame is penetrating into your pancreas and the islets of Langerhans as the cells within it that produces insulin. Let the golden flame travel in there and heal the organ. Now let the golden flame travel into your kidneys and heal your kidneys. Let the golden flame now travel into your entire bone structure, your rib cage, your bones of your hand, your legs, your neck, all the large bones, small joints. Let it heal all the bone structure. Now let the golden flame travel into your endocrinal glands and your lymphatic glands, which are the very important part of maintaining your immunity, giving strength for the circulation and the flow of your body. So this immunity gland and the lymphatic gland is not localized to a particular part of your body. It is present in the circulation of your entire body. So as you're breathing in and out, just let the golden flame circulate throughout in your lymphatic glands and your endocrinal system. Thus, as the energization and healing of your organs, your chakra activation and your breath work is complete, you can just internally affirm Om Babaji, Om Babaji, Om Babaji. Thank the Sun God for healing you. And thereafter, slowly begin to come back into your awareness, into your body. Begin to move your hands, your fingers on your palms. Move your legs. And once you are fully in alignment with awareness that your body, your mind is strengthened and healed, gently raise your palms and touch your heart. Bless your heart, bless your body, bless your mind. And thereafter, cup your eyelids. Integrate the healing as you breathe in and out 3 times. And blessing your body. You're perfectly okay to open your eyes. And I also request and recommend that you may please take few sips of water, and then we are ready to communicate. Thank you, Sunita. I see that you enjoyed it very well. Wow, lovely Gauri, I can see you as well. So yes, I will definitely want to read from you, and if anyone wants to speak, I'm also like reading your messages and trying to give you as much insight as possible. It gifted me a lot of happiness to take you all through this journey. And coming to the first message, okay, so Agarwalji, you are from Washi Dignity. Good, okay. So Kiran, Dear friends, if you have any, okay, so read that. Okay, then we have from Maheshji, my wife was suffering from COVID before 2 months. Nowadays, she's suffering from pain in her feet. Please advise. So I understand that this is one of the side effects of COVID as well. Now that you are a part of this meditation and you have got to know with this exercise, I recommend that you can try to teach or train your wife to practice sun meditation and ask her to meditate and send the sun energy into her limbs. This is one of the ways psychologically also to heal. But other than that, also like mobility, the physical mobility of the legs. So couple of times in a day, 4 to 6 times in a day, please help her or get her to engage in feet work. So in feet work, she will move her legs up and down while being in a seated position upon a chair or wherever she is comfortable, but ensure that she is moving her feet up and down so that at that time the mobility is also occurring for that pain. Usually what happens when we have pain, we don't want to move our body because we fear that the pain will increase. That is why we don't want to move the pain, move the leg. But then the pain will get stagnated there and it will create more difficulty. So mobility is important. So please get her to move her feet up and down 4 to 6 times in a day. So that is one of the things that she can do. And also help her to positively command to her body or her feet specifically that my body is healed. See, body always listens to the kind of conversation that we make with it. When we say there is pain, we are already kind of like complaining about our body. So our body is getting used to that. Okay, body is in pain, body is in pain. So it will give rise to the reinforcement of pain itself. So now please ask her to also psychologically put in her mind that my body is healed. My body is healed. Even if she may say, okay, my body is getting healed. So which means we are delaying that. We know that psychological tools are very, very effective, positive ways to bring health to our life very soon. So she can say, my body and my leg is healed or my body is healed. So the more she reinforces this positive affirmation and practices with this physical activity 4 to 6 times in a day, 10 times she has to move her legs up and down. And also while keeping it down and of course raising it up and down while being in a seated position. So this is one of the ways that she can help with this thing. Other than that, the meditation that I just guided. Third is also give her immunity supplements so that her calcium levels, mineral levels are strengthened or it improves so that her health feels better. And it's really nice to know that despite being in COVID, she's fully come back and she's recovered. So very, very happy to know that. And take care. Can we do exercise in the evening? Of course, we can do this exercise in the evening as well as in the morning also. We can do it, yeah. But the best time is in the morning. And again, if you are guided, you can do it in the evening also. But for the general people who doesn't wake up really in the morning, they can consider evening as well. Yes, this group was very disciplined. No disturbance. Okay. Thank you, Sarla. Thank you, Kiran. Thank you, Geeta. Thank you, Snehal. Happy to know that you all enjoyed it. Thank you, Cecilia. Relaxed after this session. So much peace and calm. Wow, that's much, much required and so happy to read. Thank you, Prameela. Okay, so we have one more Prameela here. Thank you, Shashiji. I'm glad that you love the meditation. Chandrika ji, ask any question to guest. Okay. Can't close my eyes for so long unless while sleeping. Oh, so this means Jayalakshmi ji, you really enjoyed the meditation. That is wonderful. Okay, now we have one more message. Okay. Can you please tell us the location of 7 chakras? 1 second. Sure. I will just quickly show it to you. I'll get a chart and I will show it to you so that you all can learn through the chart. 1 second, 1 minute. Yes, I'm back. So this is the chakra chart. So I will show it to you so that you all can remember this location. On the top part of your head, the center part of your crown is what is known as the crown chakra. In Sanskrit, it is also known as Sahasrara. Then the second chakra, which is located right in the center of your forehead, is the third eye chakra, which is known as Ajna chakra. Then the third chakra, right in the center of your throat, which is known as the throat chakra or the Vishuddha chakra. Then right at the center of your heart or the chest is the heart chakra, which is also known as Anahata. Then the solar plexus chakra is on the upper side of your abdomen, anatomically a little above your belly button. So this is known as also Manipura. Then you have the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is underneath the belly button on the lower part of your abdomen. This is known as Swadhisthana. The root chakra is located at the back side of your lowermost tail and bone. So that is known as Muladhara chakra. These are the 7 major chakras. Every day, if we mentally connect with the sun energy and energize these 7 chakras, it will give our body a lot of positive strength. It also heals the body. All those of you who are aware about karmas, sometimes health is a result of karmas that we are suffering or ongoing thought difficulties. So when we welcome the sun energy into this by meditation, we are also taking in the cosmic energy and giving our chakras strength to heal. And this is the description of the guided 7 chakras. Hope this is clear. So in K. Agarwal ji, great session of meditation. There are a number of guided mindfulness sessions by the different gurus ranging from 5 to 45 minutes, almost on similar lines. Are there any significant differences in the results to qualify one better than the other? See, every teacher teaches you a certain aspect about how it has to suit in our day-to-day life. While we can follow any teacher who can give us more deeper insights or training in the aspects of learning, we should go according to what we feel is best for us. So our cognitive mind takes a call about it and you can follow that. And when you follow that, it really helps you to attain a discipline. While we can also undertake a process of mindful meditation or chakra meditation or master's meditation based on the awareness that we may have. But when we take it according to a guided way, we are on the track and we do not miss out on any steps. So that's the way till we train ourselves. So that's it. Thank you, Pushpaji, for saying thank you. we were in another world. Oh, wow. That's wonderful to know, Kushal. So that's lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Ushaji. Thank you. One feel lost to the world. Okay. So thank you, Prameela. Okay. Thank you, Harishi. Thank you, Chitra. Pain and healing from the body. Thank you, dear. So thank you. Connected with Brahma Kumaris. No, I'm not connected with Brahma Kumaris. I work with the great ascended masters of light. I tell you, I am formally educated in psychology. My main stream is with psychology. I have a PhD in psychology and counseling. Also, yeah, I have been with the corporate industry, with the aviation group, first with Jet Airways, then with Kingfisher Airlines. In 2007 and 2008, I went through a phase in life where many people in my family, in my husband's family, passed away one after the other. So there were 5 deaths in 1 year. So that made me to think and reflect on the purpose about life, why we are born, and also why do we take birth. So these questions came up in my awareness, and then I began to feel and also began to resonate that I need to do service with mankind. While the company job gave you a lot of happiness, it was giving you a lot of name and everything as a corporate employee would receive, but my call came into this pathway, and thus I began to practice because of the psychology field. So as I've continued to practice, individuals from various aspects, to a psychologist, people with mind or psychological aspects should ideally come. But in my clinic in Mumbai, people with cancer, people with fibroid, people with tumor, bedridden cases, cases with also other conditions, serious conditions, all began to come. So I was working with them through psychology and therapies. And but when I put them in for therapies, they began to heal their body or their conditions or their mind. They began to heal it. And that's when they started telling me that when you channel healing or when you put us into a session, there is some strong lights that flows from you, which I did not exactly know back then. This was 2008 and 9 period. I did not know what it was. So then also at that time, I had read one important book by the name of Laws of the Spirit World. So this book also guided me to practice meditation. I began to practice meditation between 2007 and 8 time period. And then in my meditation, I began to have experiences with the walk-in master's presence. Like the masters, I will tell you the name: Master Jesus, Master Ganesha, Ascended Master Mother Kuan Yin, Sai Baba, Swami Samarth, likewise many world masters, Master Buddha, and all these masters. So this was like a very different experience, and I would not know why these masters are appearing. But I also began to write with those masters and I asked them why you all are appearing and what's the agenda. So they began to tell me that your purpose is to be in service with humanity, and it is to teach them effective modalities to heal their body, mind, and raise their spiritual energy, which from ancient times, many sages, many teachers, many guides, many masters have trained or taught humanity. So this is what you have to teach. So thus, I began to write with these masters, and I was also guided to work with masters codes. That means codes that comes from the specific frequency of light, which when given to a health or mind energy, it heals them internally. And this became the mainstream work. So thus, my formal education is all that I have. And then, of course, with the practice of the meditations, the experiences that I got began to come up in the form of books and energy healing decks. As of now, there are 9 published works related to this. books and decks. So as this continued, Mindscan, which is a center for healing, inner transformation and life evolution, began to grow with many students, learners, teachers, mentors who are taking up the work of the masters and are teaching healing or giving meditation exercises to many individuals in India and abroad. So thus my work is connected with that. I'm not associated with any group except for the Center Mindscan, which came up in the light as well. So that's about me. So thank you, Nand Kumarji. I'm glad that you found it very soothing. Hiruji, thanks, Doctor. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you, everyone. Last year, August, I had COVID. I'm okay now. Any of you who had COVID and have survived, thanks to God that you all are here in this side. But you must ensure to take care that you all do not get COVID and do not let fear affect your mind. One of the reasons why COVID also affected the first and also the second phase was because of extreme fear. Oh, what will happen if I will get COVID? Oh, will COVID come to me? So that means we are making our mind weak. We have to be very strong internally, feeling that, okay, COVID is here, but I'm sure it will go out of this universe and I am very strong enough. So all reasons of fears completely eliminate. All anxieties, all insecurities about your children, about yourself, about your family, about your partner, please eliminate it out of your space and just ensure that you are strong within while taking good care of your health, psychologically taking good care, and also eating healthy food. And also, yeah, all of you must ensure to also have good milk. Milk is very, very important because it is very essential that, our calcium that is part of our body also helps in sustaining the immunity. Vitamin A, D, E, K, vitamin C, all of this can work well in a system if our base of our calcium is also strong. We can also pop up calcium, but the most natural way to have calcium is milk. So please drink milk, and also if hot milk taken with pinch of turmeric, organic, very healthy, and it will arrest the entry of any upper respiratory or lung related infections. And also, yeah, all those of you who follow Ayurveda, please take care with Ayurveda also. These are very, very natural ways. So good to know that you are back. Anuradha, take care of yourself. Nice meditation. Enjoy it fully. Thank you, Renuji. Thank you. Excellent explanation and during practice we could realize the results. Wow, that's amazing. Gratitude to the master for gifting this exercise. Thank you, everyone. I'm reading all your notes quickly. Beautiful idea of drawing sun energy to energize chakras and heal and strengthen them. Thanks a lot for the wow. Thank you. Yeah, it was always there. I mean, sun energy is there, but we forget what we have, right? We keep searching for things, but God has gifted us with so many natural resources: water, sun, air, the oxygen that we breathe in, the house, comfortable area that we reside are all very, very natural gifts. So we must exercise with them. So thank you for acknowledging that. Yeah, how to get rid of feeling of fear during these testing days. So yes, Mr. Thomas. So in the name of this ID. So one of the best ways to get rid of fear is by practicing mindful meditation. So when we are mindfully meditating, like let's say we have this inner fear within us. So we have to consciously focus that I'm eliminating my fear. I'm letting go of my fear. So, and then you need to keep focusing and breathing out the inner energy of fear. And that is with your outgoing breath, and with your incoming breath you must breathe in hope and light. When you breathe in hope and light, your fear also completely diminishes. This is the way to cope up with this, and also connecting with healthy friends who are strong is also the way of eliminating fear. So concentrating on body parts was a new thing you have shown in addition to all the other meditation I have come across. It was nice. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for this. Yes, this is something that was guided by a great ascended master by the name of Avatar Babaji. And Avatar Babaji program is something that we have been carrying out in India and with students outside the country. So we have seen that this guided exercise of healing the organs with golden light is a gift from Avatar Babaji. So I was guided that I needed to give it to you all. That's why it has come. You all can continue to practice it for sure. Yeah, it seems to have eliminated pain in the knee. Yeah, all these things quickly happens when, see, one of the famous quotes, I'm sure you all might have read it, heard it, or might have realized it. Wherever your thought goes, there is a frequency of energy. And based on that, an outcome is created. So wherever there is your energy flowing, there is result accomplished. So when we are seeing that the energy is flowing in a negative direction, it will create negativity within our body. Likewise, when we observe that light is flowing into our space, that's a positive energy. It will heal everything. So that's the connection. So it's good to know that your knee pain is eliminated. Please cover all questions. Yes, sure. There are no reports stating milk changes hormones and does a lot of harm. So should not be consumed. Your comments, please. Yes. So there are, now this comes to the different aspects about the vegan concepts, the organic concepts, the vegetarian concepts. We just have to go back to our roots, our own roots, our grandparents' roots, our parental roots. What did they say about milk? Is milk bad? Like, I'm sure, like, if you observe your grandparents or when they were present or the ancient generation, they all depended on milk, and milk is a very, very natural gift. While it is possible that sometimes in today's time, lot of milk products comes with adulteration, chemical components. We cannot believe also that all milk products can be easily or very easily safe. So we have developed a mental barrier against milk. But the very resource of milk itself is a nature's gift. Yes, care of the mother cow or the goat milk, the buffalo milk is needing to be preserved. Caring is important. And so too, there are different kinds of companies that are ensuring that they are giving very valuable, healthy milk because they attend or care to their farm from where they create the milk. Yet we must let go of all barriers, and yet we must ensure what is available for us and give it to us, our system, because our body needs each of this. If it cannot get it from this side of the milk, then from where do we get the calcium? Of course, we have vegetables for that. But are we consuming enough of calcium for the reason that, our body may not be deprived? So that is why it is important that we need to have the thing. And of course, anything that is injected with hormones or anything that is having chemical base, we must clearly avoid. But we can carry out our own research. We should know from where the authentic source is. And accordingly, we should make it available. And because our ancient roots have practiced always naturality, and we have seen how their health would have been and how long their life sustained. And did they also eat the kind of medicines that we are chewing up today in our day-to-day life? No, they probably never needed anything. I can connect with my grandparents. My grandmother passed away at the age of 84 with zero medical conditions in her body, healthfully surviving. I've seen it in many of my ancient family members who have passed away at 94 and 96 with zero medical condition. Why is that? The life was in that level in those times. And today, when you look at life, youngsters get the difficulties. Why is that? Because some beliefs have shifted, adulterations would have come through, and of course, there are a lot of things that is changed in the day-to-day aspects of life. So while observing, we can definitely take a call. And yes, milk I definitely recommend, specifically for the elder age as well as for the younger age, and also for all ladies, because it is a very essential source of calcium, and calcium is a platform for absorption of all other essential nutrients. Okay, yeah. Please, yeah. Do you have talks on YouTube? Okay. Okay, I'm just reading. Okay, can we go on for homeopathy? Homeopathy, back lover, Ayurveda are all very, very natural resources. I practice also back lover remedy, which is connected with the nature's cure, that is also from the flower elements, and I've seen remarkable results. Ayurveda is very good. I strongly stand with Ayurveda. I strongly support homeopathy. These are very natural resources. It gives your life a long way to sustain with good health. So you must go ahead. Can you please give your WhatsApp number or Gmail address, please? Yes, you may please receive it from Geeta ji, or you may receive it also from Kiran ji. From anyone, anywhere you can receive. And my email ID is there. You can also search for just Prameela Sreemangalam, and you will find the website, you will find the email IDs, you will find the phone numbers. But yeah, I will ensure that if any of you are wanting to get in touch with me, then in which case I will strongly recommend that you leave a message instead of calling, because my phone is almost always not available at all, because I work more than 16, 18 hours in a day, either writing, meditating, or giving classes. And earlier, before pre-COVID time, I would also extensively travel. It's just that with the COVID, I'm not visiting clinic also. I operate from online from my house itself. And in cases of emergencies or anything, I address it in a physical way. That's one thing. So you can reach it, receive it from there. And of course, there are a lot of YouTube content that's available. Just a minute. I'll just join you back. सर अभी आई नहीं मैं पेशेंट के सेशन में आप अंदर आके बैठना चाहोगे तो मुझे बैठे तो सर को फोन कर मैं बहुत बिजी हूँ पेशेंट
Unmute. Dr. Prameela, please unmute. Dr. Prameela, please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself. Dr. Prameela, please unmute. Not able to unmute? One minute. Now you are able to unmute.
Yeah. Earlier it showed that I cannot unmute myself. Yeah. So yes, there are several talks and meditation processes available on the YouTube. So that definitely you can check it out. And also like, yeah, should you want me to come over and give you all more meditation exercise, I'm perfectly okay. My scan can always support you all for all these causes. And it also gives us a lot of happiness to be of service to humanity. So please, an example of mind positivity and negativity. So positivity is what is in the light and negativity is what you think negatively for yourself. So I cannot give a specific example on it at this point of time. So to what extent universe has realized that meditation helps in healing operation in human body and ensuring excellent health. So I would say that it is definitely much better. It is improving, and the world is getting open to the aspect that meditation has a power to heal the mind, heal the health, and also give rise to better productivity in the life stages. So it is helping for sure. And I do not know what's the percentile, because I have not checked on it or reflected on it. But on a general understanding, the way we also connect with clients or individuals, there are people who might have undergone surgeries, who might have gone through difficulties, cancer or medical conditions, but we what we see is that they have come for healing and they believe in the way of healing. And many times even the cases which the medical doctors would have said that cannot cure, with healing the cure gets accomplished. So that's one of the way that we can ensure that the world is much opening up for this kind of natural cures, and healing with mind is one of the most effective way. So thank you, it was excellent for you. Thank you for the blessing, much appreciate. High time to end the session. Yes, absolutely. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Prameela. It was a
So-
wonderful session. Really, we enjoyed a lot, and all were sitting and they're listening. They enjoyed. Hopefully, session would be very nice. I just request Kita Subaramji, please give a vote of thanks. Yeah, Gita ji, please.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you very much, Dr. Prameela Sreemangalam. It was an excellent talk. Hello?
Yeah, continue.
Kiran, can you hear?
Yeah, continue.
Yeah.
Madam.
It was an excellent talk, and the meditation was super, totally relaxed, and a lot of exercises and tips you have given to all of us. Thank you so much, and we'll be in touch with you again. Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Leaving
much.
the platform with a lot of gratitude and a lot of happiness. Thank you.